Sometimes you just need to keep things really simple. Let's check out the brand new orange O-Tone 40. One of the things that I particularly love about orange amps is the simplicity of them. There's been a lot of amps around that, you know, have got all the bells and whistles to them, and there's a million different switches and options, which is great, and I love that, but sometimes you do just need to just plug in and go, and I think that is what the kind of whole ethos of the O-Tone 40 is. What Orange are sort of kind of saying with this amp is that it's a simple practice amp plus a small show amp. So this is only 40 watts only. You know, this thing is actually surprisingly loud for that as well, but it's a nice, easy solid state amp to get your head around. And it kind of sits really nicely beside the Orange Crush series, as well as the brand new Baby range, which that feels really weird to say, but we did a video on those as well, which you can check by clicking above my head. But let's just jump in and check out what this really easy amp has got to offer. So the O-Tone 40 isn't going to replace the Crush series, but it certainly has got a lot of the kind of like similar ease of use to go with it. If we're to look at the layout here, it's got those classic orange symbols which everybody knows and loves. It's a simple one channel amp. You have a volume, you have the treble, you have the middle, the bass, and it's also got an analog tremolo in it as well as a digital reverb. You would have heard a little bit of the reverb just in that intro there, as well as a kicked on a distortion pedal, which is the GHS and Boss Angry Driver, which I've got it on the GHS side for the more distortion at the moment. But this is a great pedal platform in itself, but let's just hear how it sounds all scary and dry. This is going to feel nice and scary for me. Let's chuck some reverb on just because I can hear all of my mistakes. So nice and washy reverb there, and actually that's probably a pretty good spot for, like, you know, if you like play any kind of like surfy music or anything like that as well. You can kind of get that proper like kind of drippiness that you get from a spring reverb, but obviously this one is a digital one, which it still sounds absolutely awesome. See, get that properly going there. Now if we're to check out the trem here, let's get that kind of going from its most extreme. I'll put it quite slow as well. don't know about you, but that almost gave a kind of like modulation. I know tremolo is modulation before you tell me in the comments as well, but it almost is like kind of giving that like kind of chorusy vibe to it as well when you really kind of get the reverb and the trem working together. Super, super cool. Now the EQ obviously is a nice kind of scope to it. Also, I don't really need to show you kind of the absolute like differences in those, but as you would expect, you know, you're getting a lot of the wind when you turn that up as well. It's one of the things that Orange are really good for. It's the same across the other two EQs as well. This can get quite spiky when you obviously turn up the treble there. And the mids there as well, giving you plenty of options for EQ. Now, with this being a one-channel clean amplifier as well, it is a great platform for pedals. I've just got all of them running in the front as well, but if you do want to use an effects loop, that is an option on the back, as well as a line out as well, so you could do some recording with it. But let's kick on our big distortion again, see how it's handling. I might chuck on a little bit of delay as well, because I do have a Keeley Halo here as well, just to see how it takes with, like, you know, time-based effects also. Sounds absolutely awesome, as you would imagine. And just for a very quick reference also, the magic of the Angry driver is that it's also got the Boss Blues driver in it too. So let's hear how the amp sounds with just a little bit of a kind of pushed gain on it, as well as activating a little bit of that spring reverb also. Loads of dynamics actually, which is one of the things that I tend to find with solid state amps that are made to be kind of like practice based, is that you're not really going to be able to get that sort of, because of how compressed they are, you're not really going to be able to get those sort of dynamic like pushes as you would want. But you heard there with the Blues driver that you can play nice and soft. It's going to stay nice and clean, but then if I dig in a little bit as well, you'll hear it breaking up. And obviously that's a lot of the pedal doing that, but the amp is certainly handling it, which is the best thing. So yeah, not much more to go on with the O-Tone 40 here. What I do really like about it, and I'm just reiterating myself here as well, is just how simple it is and how good it sounds. Now, you can get this sounding really good at a lower volume. This is also good for a kind of, you know, smaller size gig, or if you're practicing with like an electric kit or something like that for a drummer, it's really, really good for that. And obviously you can plug in headphones into this too, so you can get some silent practice on the go. But if you are looking for a brand new practice amp, then you should definitely check out the Orange O-Tone 40. But let me know what you think about it down in the comments below. And while you're there, give us a like and a subscribe, because you can keep up with all the latest news at Guitar HQ. But until next time, I've been Kieran. This has just been a very quick look at the brand new Orange O-Tone 40. Have a great day.